Hey guys, we're live here at Hatcher Mountain, and we were just talking about the origin of the fire, that it first started right about here. And I want to show you the helicopter. We're right by where the helicopter, I hear it coming now, so I was waiting to go live until, oh, I see it. It's coming over to our right here. So there is still a bit of concern area over here to the left, which is considered the preserve off a Happy Hollow Road here in Wears Valley. The helicopter is working its way back down. You got the guys down on the ground waiting. Hey, Northeast Georgia mountain folk. So these guys are gonna hook up the bucket. My assumption was it went to get some fuel. So it's coming back around. I'll show you these guys getting it hooked up. You can see some units still working their way over to the left side here. But here comes the helicopter. Let's see if these guys hook up the bucket. Let me zoom back out for a sec while they'll get that work done. So if you did just hop on and you're watching this video, let me know where you're watching from. I'd love to hear it. So again, this is Hatcher Mountain we're looking at here. We're in Wears Valley. We're off of Wears Valley Road. This is over here considered the preserve. The road off of that to get to it's called Happy Hollow Road. Sirens too much Wednesday night. We left the Smokies, headed back to Ohio. Hopefully you got there safely, Dean. So we're gonna see, watch this helicopter. We think it left to get some fuel. So I was waiting to go live, waiting for it to come back. Wondering why some of the National Guard was helicopters and helping with the fires. Yeah, I'm not sure the whole logistics of what agency was doing what. So it looks like they just connected them back up. Let me zoom in here so you can see. It should be coming up with a bucket. Yeah, I see the line connected to the helicopter. Praying for your whole family and for everyone around from South Carolina. Thank you, Glenna. All right, the bucket should be coming off the ground here in just a minute. Again, he's going to be getting water from the pond and working on the fire over to the left here. It's a little. You can see a little bit of lights right where my finger's pointing when I take my finger away. You can see some units up on that corner. This is their main area that they're working in right now. So you should go down and try to get some water here. So he's gonna get some water. You can see the left side of the screen is what they're working on. They use the Black Hawks National Guard when there are stronger winds and other copters when they can't handle the strain. That makes sense, Northeast Georgia. So he's got the bucket filled with water now. And he should be heading over to the left. That's their main area they're focusing on right now with this helicopter. So while that helicopter takes off, I figured I have a wealth of knowledge with me and Miss Sharon. So Miss Sharon, you want to come over here a little closer? We were just talking about the origin. So as the helicopter heads off, so tell everybody, Miss Sharon, where the fire started. As you live right here, she lives right behind me, right by Hatcher Mountain. So kind of center of the screen is the main house right there.
To the left.
Okay, so to the left, I'm going to zoom in, guys. And I'll let Miss Sharon explain what she saw when she came out here yesterday, or Wednesday, right?
Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday.
To the left, right in this area.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so.
And it was going down, blowing that way.
So basically, if you see the house on the screen in the middle of your screen, to the left of that, there was a cabin, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's where you first saw the first bit of smoke and fire.
Mm-hmm.
So it was around 10:30 Wednesday morning.
Yes.
And then what happened from there?
Well, from there the wind got up and it was just like an inferno. We began, one of the big things were, I think most of those cabins up there had propane tanks, and you could just hear the tanks exploding. And every time that a tank would explode, the smoke was so thick you couldn't even tell what was behind the smoke. But if a propane tank, when it would explode, you could just see a big ball of fire go up into the air. And at one time, when it was so bad, we counted 12 tanks that we could hear.
Wow.
And the ones that were closer this way, I mean, it would just kind of shake the ground at a point or two. It was like, oh my gosh. And then the wind picked up, and you could just see, as the wind was picking up, you could see spots, hot spots starting all the way down the ridge then. And from there, then it was just kind of like an inferno. And as the day went on, it just got worse and worse.
So to the top right of the screen, you can see just the chimney that's left of that property. Tell me about what was there.
That was the Von Bryan Inn. It's been there for about 25 years, and it was actually built on top of that ridge before there was anything built up here. And it was an inn that people used to come to a lot, very, very popular, and it had been there for a long, long time. The fire department had actually gone up there to try to save it. You do what you need to do.
Okay, we're going to talk about the fire trucks in just a second. Let me get this helicopters coming back around. Kind of give you a feel for how quickly it went over, delivered the water, and it's coming back around now, guys. Let's see if I can get it on camera here for you. There it goes. It's coming in for some more water. Again, if you just hopped in, feel free to let me know where you're watching from. We're here in Wears Valley, Tennessee. To the right of the screen is Hatcher Mountain. That's kind of the origin spot that has spread out to over 3,700 acres. So they're still actively working to get this thing contained here. Local time is almost 4:30 on Friday. And off in the distance, it might be hard to see in the video, but right above where the helicopter is at the moment, I can see a number of flashing lights. There are all sorts of vehicles up on that straight dead center of what you're looking at the moment. So they're up there working, crews from all over. I've heard over 71 different agencies. I'm sure it's even more than that. Hey, Dennis in Southeast Kentucky. So yeah, real quick, I want to go back to, we're talking about the firefighters. And so, hey, James in Long Island, New York, you're welcome. All right, so we were talking about the firefighters, and they were at the inn. Is that where they pulled up? Where the chimney top, where just the chimney is standing? Okay.
Yes, there is a road that actually went in front of the inn and come around to would be the right-hand side.
Okay.
Where there was parking. And there was also parking on the left when you first pulled into the inn.
Okay.
The fire trucks had gone to the left, was sitting in the parking lot on the left, and then other trucks had pulled down in front of the inn, and they were trying to hose it down to keep the fire from getting to it. They were taking a bulldozer up there to try to doze a fire line around it. And the tractor trailer that the fire line was on had jackknifed. They did not get the fire line out. The fire turned directions, came straight up the mountain, and burned the inn. And the firefighters were actually in the line of the fire, and they hid behind a rock wall to save themselves so that till they could get some help up there.
So the fire trucks should still be up there as of right now, the damaged ones
They
that
were
are...
today.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Yeah.
had talked to somebody today, and they said they were today, and they didn't actually know when they'd get them off.
Yeah, I've seen the pictures on Facebook.
Yes.
They just absolutely destroyed by the fire, sadly. And there was one of them was a brand new unit, I think, pretty new.
Yes.
So that's where those fire trucks would be if you've seen the images. Again, this is kind of the main area where the fire started, just left center screen. If I'm with my finger right about here is where Miss Sharon was telling me, she lives right behind me, and she came out when this first started. I can see the helicopter making another loop around here, coming back for some more water. There's a webcam from a cabin in the preserve, and you can see the smoke. Oh, wow. So the helicopter is going to loop around. It's sad. We started to look over. Missed that. All right. He's coming back around. There he goes. Was just there for a week from Long Island. Beautiful area. It is. So we are thankful for all these guys that are working day and night, putting in long shifts, long hours. As Miss Sharon was talking about, the firefighters that just put their lives at risk to be up there on the mountain up to the right of what we're looking at. And thankfully they made it home safely, that there has been no loss of life. So just wanted to give you a little look, a little update here at the Hatcher Mountain area as the helicopter is continuing to make rounds. And you're saying that area that it's headed to is called the preserve?
Yes.
I'm getting blurry. I zoom back out. I know if I try to zoom in too much, it might get a little blurry, so. And you're saying that the inn was the first thing up there is what you were telling me?
Yes, it was built up there probably 25 years ago when people never thought about building on top of a mountain here in the valley. That was just something that was unheard of. You didn't do that.
Yeah.
So it was really a big thing, and it was a big place, and it was kind of a big thing to everybody that lived here in the valley, because nobody had ever built anything like that on any of the mountains around here. Of course, now it's, building anything they want to anywhere they want to, but at that time it was very unusual for that to happen.
Well, I'm going to wrap up the live stream here, but I'm going to post up some more footage. I was out with the forestry PIO, and there were a number of crews that we were tagging along with that were working hard, trying to get this thing under control. So the last percentage I heard, Matt, was it's 45% contained. I haven't heard a higher number. We're hopeful that number does increase. We're praying for 100% containment, and that all these guys stay safe, and that there's no further loss of homes. I know some friends of ours lost their home completely. Miss Sharon that I'm here with right now, she was telling me about losing her home, showing me some pictures from 2016 in Gatlinburg. So it's got to be heartbreaking to lose your entire home. But so let's just pray that these guys, again, everybody goes home safe, that this thing gets controlled. And I'm going to let you see the helicopter come around one last time before I hop off. So just dropped off the water, and it's utilizing a pond over here in the valley. Yeah, it is. It's blowing back towards us at the moment. When we were here Wednesday, it was blowing that way. The wind was at our back, but now it's kind of coming this way. And if you notice down to the right, there are 1, 2, 3 forestry guys that are down to the right helping get this bucket unhooked, hooked up. So there are people all over. They're getting water from there's a pond down in front of us. So there are guys that are doing all sorts of different roles, from logistics to, I can see some units way up on the mountain. It might be hard to see it from the video. So there's guys doing all sorts of different things and all different sorts of roles. So yeah, keep these guys in your prayer as the helicopter takes off. I'm going to hop off this live stream. But if you haven't yet subscribed, make sure you're subscribed. I'll try to go live whenever I can, as we're always all around the Smoky Mountains. And yeah, just keep these guys in your prayers. If you have any questions that I didn't answer, I'll do my best to answer them in the comments. I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care. God bless.
Okay, let me tell you a little story.